Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. Now, this is why I don't feel sorry for Arsenal. This is why I do not feel nothing for this Arsenal team and the struggles that they are going through and the fact that the league is running away from them, yet they've been runners-up in the last two seasons. Now, Arsenal is one of those teams that generate a lot of love and hate in equal measure. I personally do not like Arsenal simply because my friends who support Arsenal are just crazy guys. You know, they say things that they give you statistics that don't make sense, but they insist on it. So I play along. However, Arsenal are where they are because of their own making. Now, let me just take you back into history. As the last time Arsenal won the league, or their first league under Arsène Wenger was 1997-1998. That is the first league trophy that they won under the great Arsène Wenger, the professor himself. You know, a guy that really made football look beautiful. You know, Wenger almost made me support Arsenal back in the day because the football that Arsenal were playing was unbelievable. That was beautiful football. If you compare it with the Boltons and the Stokes of those days, you know, they made football look sexy. And that is the reason why I fell in love with football. But I never fell in love with Arsenal as a team because Manchester United were big back in the day. They were winning trophies. They were having very, very good players who just made watching football also interesting. But I loved Arsenal still. However, in 1997, 1998, when Arsenal won the league, these guys had proper strikers. Guys you consider very, very, very good strikers. In Dennis Bergkamp, they had Ian Wright, they had Nicolas Anelka, and they had Christopher Ray. These were proper strikers. And a team cannot win a Premier League without these kind of strikers. Please note, they had 4 strikers in their title-winning season of 1997-1998. Now, in their title-winning season of 2001 and 2002, because Manchester United dominated in between there, Arsenal had Thierry Henry, they had Dennis Bergkamp, they had Sylvain Wiltord, and they had Kanu. The great Kanu from Nigeria. That guy who made football, lazy football, playing lazy football just looked so good, you know. Kanu was never in a hurry. That guy will pick the ball, do whatever he wants, and then just scores, you know. He had conditions, heart conditions, had problems, but he showed up. Then we got to the year 2002, 2003. I think Manchester United won the league in between there. I'll confirm that. Then there was the invisible year, the year 2003, 2004. I think that is the last title that Arsenal won under Arsène Wenger. And they had good strikers. These guys had extremely good strikers back in 2003, 2004. They had Thierry Henry, one of the greatest individual seasons in Premier League history. You know, he had one of the best seasons in the Premier League. Then there was Dennis Bergkamp. Then there was Sylvain Wiltord and Jose Antonio Reyes. God rest his soul in peace. These were 4 strikers again for Arsenal. And they were proper players. And if you look at that list, Dennis Bergkamp is almost a constant. This guy was there from 97 up to 2003 when they were Invisibles. And the Invisible was a team that just mesmerized everybody. They made football look so good. They made scoring look so easy. And they went an entire season unbeaten. So, this is Coach Charles. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please take a minute and click on the subscribe button because I want to tell you why Arsenal will struggle to win the league. Now, if you look at those 3 seasons that Wenger won the league with Arsenal, they had 4 proper strikers or proper players that will consider themselves as strikers because Thierry Henry was scoring for fun. Kanu was scoring, Wiltord was scoring, Dennis Bergkamp was just a genius when it came to scoring goals. Now, from 2004, now we are in 2025, that is 21 years ago. The last time Arsenal won a league, these guys have no striker currently. Zero. And this is a team that has been runners-up for the last 2 seasons. They were runners-up against Man City. They are now runners-up. they were runners-up again against Manchester City. Now they are still number 2 against Liverpool. Now, I remember there's a season when Ferguson lost the league to Manchester City on goal difference. And the old geezer, the old wise gaffer in Sir Alex Ferguson made a call to Arsène Wenger and asked for one Dutchman, one flying Dutchman, Robin van Persie. And Wenger sold Van Persie to Manchester United, something that was not really envisaged, something that most people would have felt like, why would you sell one of your best strikers to a competitor? Because Wenger knew that he's not going to win anything with Van Persie, and Van Persie needed to go to a team and win a Premier League. He did not want to be like Steven Gerrard or Jamie Carragher, players who never won the Premier League, yet they talk so much, more so on Carragher's case. They did want to be like, he wanted to be like Michael Owen. You know, Owen had to leave Liverpool, had to leave Liverpool to Madrid, to Newcastle, and then finally to Old Trafford, that is at Manchester United, for him to test a Premier League win with Manchester United. So you can see Ferguson in his wisdom knew that he cannot win a league when he cannot score many goals. So he had Rooney still in the books, but he still went for Robin van Persie. And that season, Manchester United lifted the cup. They won their last Premier League title under Sir Alex Ferguson. And then Ferguson retired. So you ask yourself, if a gaffer like Ferguson in his wisdom realized that you need goals to win the league, why will somebody like Mikel Arteta, who has not won any league as a main coach, you know, the last time he won maybe was at Man City, he was an assistant, but he has not won a league as the main coach. He had a reason to buy strikers. He had a reason to buy somebody who can convert those balls into the net, but he went for Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz has been very decent. We cannot say he's a useless player. He's done well. He's been scoring, he's been assisting, you know, he's been present, but now he's injured. His season is basically over. You cannot be a runners-up for 2 seasons in a row and fail to solve the only problem that you faced, that is goal conversion. Getting the ball into the back of the net. You know, someone who can put that ball in the back of the net, you know, as many times as possible. And there were good players out there. There was Gyökeres, who is currently in Sporting. There's Isak. There's Watkins. You know, these are players. Osimhen. These are players who are very, very good. Harry Kane was hanging there. You know, but Arteta, in his wisdom, went for Caliaflori. He went for Timber. He went for Moreno, you know. He was buying midfielders instead of bringing in strikers. That's why I say I cannot feel sorry for Arsenal. I cannot feel sorry for Arsenal if they don't win this league. But there's hope. There's hope because Liverpool seem to be stuttering. No, they seem to be worried. They seem to be not able to finish matches because their last 2 matches they've drawn against Everton and won narrowly against Wolves at home. So it tells you one thing. If Arsenal does not take advantage of these slips that Liverpool are currently giving them, then there is no way they are going to do this. But the main problem is that Arsenal does not have a striker that can convert the ball into a goal. They currently have players who cannot do that. Martinelli is out injured. Saka is out injured. Havertz is out for the season. You know, now they have to depend on Nweri. They have to depend on Sterling. You know, Sterling should consider walking away from football because football may soon walk away from him. If I borrow Jamie Carragher's description some players, you know. So it is a quagmire that Arteta finds himself in, but it is self-made. That's why we cannot feel pity for Arsenal. We cannot feel remorse. We cannot feel sorry, because if Arsenal was serious and Arteta was serious about winning the league, he could have brought in a proper striker, and they are littered everywhere. You cannot wait until it is mid-season or it's January, then you bid for Ole Watkins. You see, that is destabilizing an opponent who is doing well equally. So, I don't like Arsenal, and I don't pity them, because their problem is of their own making. Thank you for watching. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing, consider sharing, consider liking, and let's keep playing football wisely.